I was looking forward to this game for a number of years. Probably starting with when I beat Airborne Kingdom. But it seems other people waited longer after pre-ordering it. The Wandering Village is one of those current wave easier simpler village builder and city builder games, which have an outstanding theme. It is a village builder, as in, the free workers have to haul resources by hand to pitch a tent or erect a tower. The scope doesn't reach thousands of population of city builders, where buildings just instantly appear. And neither it goes so close up as to play a eugenics matchmaker for your dummies to combine the best genes in the colony sim. They had a Kickstarter, and they flushed that entire budget on the opening intro that copies Ghibli art style so much, people who actually watched those cartoons probably can recognize the specific scenes. And they did it in 12 and below FPS, in a game released like a year after AI Slop learned to do that almost for free. Yeah, people who know this was made before that know it, but it's not a good look for normies. Especially with how after blowing the whole budget on that short not good intro, the rest of the game art is terrible unmotion uncomics unphotographs of unpeople untalking, at best. The dialogues are VN cutouts with a minimal amount of art, and everyone wears a mask. Yeah, Ex Machina had the same excuse, but this is a 2D game with no animation. It just looks weird, especially after the intro showed everyone not wearing a chin diaper at all. The in-game graphics is one of the two 5D styles of paper cutouts. Of sufficient resolution, thank Duck. The remaining budget was spent on one song. It's a good song and they try to use it sparingly, but it's the only song in the game. And if you decide to actually watch the credits, it really gets old. There's the main linear campaign instead of separate puzzle or metrics maps, there's a research tree, there are buildings to produce resources. The gameplay is also reminiscent of Airborne Kingdom. As in your city is moving, there are different weathers, and some resources you get by sending expeditions down to the earth. Since you are on top of a living thing, you also have to take care of the Tamagotchi, which is very rudimentary. The game has instruments to accommodate several types of relationships with the Tamagotchi, but they are not fleshed out at all. The main gameplay thing is constant micromanagement of farms, fisheries, mushroomers, and water plants to respond to constantly changing environments. Because the Tamagotchi always marches on through the patchwork of biomes, and different biomes are suited for different crops. The theme is peak, the story is generic, the plot is super predictable. The mechanics are very loose, but there are some synergies between the big Tamagotchi and the village. It is the greatest game of the year, so far, by the virtue of nothing good being released at all. They would literally re-release and remake notorious flops before creating a new IP. And all indie games are mega graphics BS clones of the 50th reboots in IPs with 4,000 numbered releases. This is the first game in the Wandering Village IP. This is the first game like this, with the closest comparison being Airborne Kingdom. And even then, this one is a survivalish game with a giant Tamagotchi, and that one has aeronautics engineering with weight distribution.